Surprise is a very, very cool emotion. For the on-camera actor, understanding the emotion of surprise and all its variations and how to bring it forth on demand can be a game changer. It's probably one of the most commonly asked for reactions, especially in commercials that you just saw. Another reason it's a game changer, although it's a very recognizable emotion, for most actors it's one of the most difficult reactions to come up with on demand and control. So let me tell you what we're going to be covering in this video. As we begin to explore this emotion, we're going to be looking at the triggers, the sensations, the impulses, and the family within this emotion. So we're going to talk about your take on this emotion. The first thing we want to cover is the muscle groups and patterns. Now, surprise has three muscle groups: the brows, lift, and arch. The eyes open wide but are relaxed. The upper lid is going to be raising up, and it's going to be showing the whites above the iris. Now, sometimes the lower lid may be drawn down, and that's exposing the white below, but this all really depends on your eye structure. Now, also the mouth opens and drops in a relaxed manner. Everything about surprise is relaxed. Now, for the purpose of us all speaking the same emotional language, when all three muscle groups are activated and symmetrical, we're going to call this expression full surprise. However, when we expand all the muscle groups to the very max, that's going to be the biggest recognizable expression of surprise you can get. And sometimes, especially in commercials, they're going to be asking, I need to see a really big surprise. More than likely, it's not going to be real. It's going to be the emblem of surprise, but you never know when you're going to need it. Now, surprise is the briefest of all the emotions. It only happens for a few moments, and then we're going to evaluate the surprising event. Now, here's the thing that you need to know about surprise. It's a neutral emotion. Now, depending on the evaluation of the surprising event, it'll either turn into something positive or negative, or you might determine there was no surprise at all. Now, what most people don't know is that you can't recreate the emotion of surprise organically. All right? Now, the reason for this, you can't be surprised if you know it's going to happen. Also, you can't think about being surprised. You either are surprised or you're not. In the video, in the opening, you saw the actors revealing surprise. And their surprise, for most of them, was a blend of happy. Although it happened very quickly, they were expressing two different emotions. What happens majority of the time when an actor tries to recall a moment when they were surprised in the past, they bypass the actual surprise emotion and go straight to the evaluation. So instead of being surprised, they reveal happy, or most times they're going to reveal confusion. In the case of our actors in the video, they were definitely revealing a blend of happy and surprise. Now we're going to talk about the surprise trigger. Surprise is triggered by something sudden, something unexpected, or something novel. Now, you can be surprised by just about anything. You can be surprised by your own thought. You can be surprised by someone's comment, something you see, touch, taste, hear, or smell. Almost anything can elicit a surprise response as long as it either comes on sudden, it's unexpected, or it's novel to you. We're going to move into the surprise sensations, which is a big part of getting this emotion across truthfully. There's a moment of disorientation or uneasiness. Now, since you can't organically call for surprises, sensations must be consciously attached to the surprise response, meaning you got to put them in there. And now, if you do this correctly, they're going to direct you right to the impulses. Now, what are the impulses? Well, once you're taken off guard and experiencing the sensation of feeling uneasy or disoriented, your goal will be to get reoriented, adjust, or obtain more information. Okay, so let's talk about the family or keywords to describe a surprise response. Surprise has a fairly large family of synonymous keywords. Now, being in a surprise family means they also share the surprise muscle groups, which is very cool. So if you know the muscle groups in surprise, you'll know what the muscle groups should be for some of the lesser intensity emotions. Now, within surprise, you're going to find awe, wonderment, amazement, dumbfounded, even daze. You're also going to find emblems such as questioning or doubt. And we're going to go more into this as we go on. But right now we're going to be focusing on getting in alignment with the full expression of surprise. Now, your take on this. Now, not everyone likes to be surprised. Are you the type who tries to control all aspects of your life? Or maybe you go out of your way to make sure that things stay exactly the way you envisioned them? Do you hate surprise parties, changes of plans, or even unexpected encounters with old friends? Is that you? I mean, many people just don't like the sensations this emotion produces or the feeling of not being in control. On the other hand, maybe you're the type that doesn't plan anything. You love the thrill ride that the unknown can supply. Perhaps you wait until the last minute to make or change plans just for the rush of being surprised. Whatever your take on this, whether it be you love surprise or you hate surprise, understanding your relationship with surprise is going to be key to seeing it in the material, hearing it in the directions, and executing it appropriately. So that was a quick overview of the emotion of surprise. What I suggest you do to get a more in-depth look at this emotion is download the material that I put up there for you. Keep this in mind. The more you're familiar with this emotion, the quicker you're going to see it in the material and hear it in the directions.